I'm going to win. You hear that? It's not just words. It's a declaration. It's a mindset. It's a choice. And when you make that choice, the universe begins to shift in your favor. It doesn't matter where you've been, what your past looks like, or what obstacles have stood in your way. I'm going to win. I don't need permission. I don't need validation. I don't need anyone else's approval because I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. The first thing you need to understand is this: you have to believe in yourself. You must believe deep down in your bones that you are worthy of success, that you are capable of greatness. If you don't believe it, how can anyone else? How can you expect the world to support you if you're not even willing to support yourself? You have to realize that every single person who has ever achieved anything worthwhile did so because they had an unshakable belief in their potential, not because they were always the smartest or the most talented, but because they refused to quit on themselves. That's the first step on your power. You are in control. You own the results of your life. Your future isn't determined by circumstances, by the economy, by your upbringing, or by your past failures. No, it's determined by what you decide to do right now, by the choices you make from this moment forward. You are the master of your destiny. You control the narrative. So take responsibility. Don't blame others. Don't point fingers. Own your actions, own your choices, own your decisions. And that's when everything changes, because once you take responsibility, you take power. When you take power, you take action. And when you take action, you win. But you know what? It's not going to be easy. There will be times when it feels like the whole world is against you, when things aren't going the way you planned, when you get knocked down again and again. But that's okay. That's part of the process. Setbacks are not failures, they're stepping stones. Adversity is the fuel for your growth. When you face resistance, you grow stronger. When you face rejection, you get more determined. When you face doubt, you build more conviction. The more life tests you, the more you should embrace it, because every test, every challenge, every failure is simply an opportunity to become the person you need to be to win. So let me ask you this: are you willing to keep moving forward no matter how tough it gets? Are you willing to fight through the discomfort, through the fear, through the uncertainty? Because the person who is willing to keep going when everyone else quits is the one who wins. But here's the secret: winning isn't a one-time event. Winning is a mindset. It's a daily commitment to excellence. It's showing up every single day and doing what you said you would do, even when you don't feel like it. It's about consistency, about dedication, about refusing to accept mediocrity. Winning happens when you decide to give your best in every moment. It happens when you choose to take the high road, when you commit to your vision, when you relentlessly pursue your goal with all your heart, even when no one is watching. Now, I want you to imagine for a moment, picture yourself at the finish line. Picture yourself achieving what you've always dreamed of. See it, feel it, taste it. And now ask yourself, what do you need to do today to make that a reality? Because your future is being shaped by the actions you take right now. It's not about waiting for the right time. It's about making this moment the right time. I'm going to win. And you can too. But it's going to take everything you've got. It's going to take every ounce of effort, every bit of courage, every drop of belief in yourself. But I'm telling you, if you're willing to do what it takes, if you're willing to commit to your vision, if you're willing to get back up, no matter how many times you fall, you will win. The time is now. The opportunity is here. You are unstoppable. You are limitless. And nothing is going to stand in your way. Self-belief is the foundation of everything you will achieve in life. It is the first and most powerful step you can take towards success. Without belief in yourself, everything else becomes irrelevant. It doesn't matter how talented you are, how much knowledge you have, or how hard you work if you don't believe in your own abilities. Self-belief is the driving force that pushes you through the tough times, the self-doubt, the obstacles. It's what keeps you moving forward when others tell you it can't be done. The power of self-belief starts with understanding that you are enough just as you are. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have everything figured out. You simply need to trust in your ability to learn, adapt, and grow. Self-belief isn't about arrogance or thinking you're invincible. It's about accepting that you are capable of learning from mistakes, improving from failures, and bouncing back from setbacks. It's about having the courage to start, knowing that even if you don't have all the answers right now, you'll find them along the way. Self-belief is a muscle that you must constantly train. It doesn't come naturally to everyone, but that's okay. Believing in yourself is a choice, and it's a choice that you can make each and every day. The more you choose to believe in your own potential, the more it becomes ingrained in your mindset. The more you prove to yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way, the more your self-belief will grow. When you truly believe in yourself, you no longer need external validation. You don't need others to tell you you're doing a great job or that you're capable. You know it within your own heart. This inner confidence is magnetic. It draws the right people, opportunities, and resources into your life because it sends a clear message to the world: I'm serious about my dreams. I'm serious about my success, and I will stop at nothing to make it happen. It's easy to let self-doubt creep in, especially when things aren't going well, but that's when your belief needs to be the strongest. When you face challenges, when things seem impossible, that's when you need to remind yourself, I can do this. I am capable. I am worthy of success. Self-belief is not the absence of fear or doubt, but the courage to act in spite of it. When you believe in yourself, you find the strength to push through the hard times and keep moving forward when others might quit. Ownership and responsibility are the keys that unlock your true power in life. When you take full responsibility for your actions, your choices, and your circumstances, you become the architect of your future. This isn't about blame or guilt, it's about taking control. It's about recognizing that no one else is coming to save you. The life you want, the goals you have are entirely in your hands. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming circumstances, people, or the world for where you are in life. But the moment you shift from the mindset of, it's not my fault, to, it's my responsibility, everything changes. Ownership means acknowledging that you have the power to change your situation. You're not waiting for the perfect moment or for someone to hand you the life you want. You're taking charge. You're saying, I am responsible for where I am right now, and I am responsible for where I'm going. This sense of ownership doesn't mean you blame yourself for everything that's gone wrong. Life is full of factors outside of your control. But what you can control is how you respond, how you adapt, how you move forward. When you take responsibility, you stop playing the victim and start being the hero of your own story. You stop waiting for the world to give you opportunities, you start creating them. When you embrace responsibility, you also embrace accountability. This is where the real power lies. It's easy to make excuses when things aren't working out. It's easy to say, if only I had more time, or if only I had more resources. But when you own your life, you stop making excuses and start making solutions. You ask yourself, what can I do right now to move closer to my goal instead of pointing fingers? You look inward and ask how you can improve, what you can learn, and how you can take more intentional action. Taking ownership also means owning your failures, your setbacks, and your mistakes. It's in these moments that you find your true power. Failure is not a reason to quit. It's a reason to quit. It's a reason to grow. When you take responsibility for your mistakes, you give yourself the opportunity to learn, to pivot, and to come back stronger. The moment you stop making excuses is the moment you begin to unlock your full potential. True ownership is about empowerment. When you stop waiting for someone to change your life, when you stop making excuses, that's when you step into your greatest strength. Resilience in adversity is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up along the way. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and unexpected obstacles, and no one is immune to them. What determines your success isn't whether you face difficulties, but how you respond to those difficulties. It's about building the mental toughness to stand tall, even when everything around you is falling apart. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, to keep moving forward when it feels like the world is pushing you back. When you're facing adversity, it's easy to feel defeated, like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. But this is where your true strength is forged. Adversity is the fire in which your character is shaped. It's in the hardest moments when you think you can't go any further that you discover who you really are. Every challenge, every setback, every failure is an opportunity for growth. It's a chance to test your limits, to see how much you can really endure, and to prove to yourself that you are stronger than you think. The key to resilience is the mindset that you choose in those difficult moments. You can either see adversity as a wall that blocks your path, or as a stepping stone that propels you forward. The difference between success and failure often comes down to how you perceive and respond to your challenges. Do you give up when things get tough, or do you keep going knowing that each obstacle is just a temporary roadblock, not the end of your journey? Resilience is also about flexibility. Life rarely goes according to plan, and sometimes the road you're on will take unexpected turns. The resilient person isn't rigid, they're adaptable. They adjust, they learn, and they find new paths to reach their goals. Resilience isn't about never falling, it's about always getting back up. It's about refusing to let the hard times define you. It's not the adversity that matters, but how you rise from it. Remember, resilience is a choice. You can choose to stay down when life knocks you down, or you can choose to get up, learn from the experience, and keep moving forward. The challenges you face will either break you or make you stronger, but only if you choose resilience. The more you face adversity head on, the more you build the mental and emotional strength needed to conquer whatever comes your way. And that's what makes all the difference in the world. A focused vision and consistent action are the twin engines that drive you toward success. Without a clear vision of where you're headed, it's easy to get lost in the noise of daily distractions, to veer off course, and to lose sight of your true goals. But a vision without action is just a dream. It's the relentless pursuit of that vision through focused and purposeful action that transforms it into reality. The first step is having a vision, a clear, compelling picture of what you want to achieve. This vision is what will keep you grounded and motivated when times get tough. It's your why, it's the reason you push through the challenges, the fuel that keeps you going when others might quit. But a vision is not something you just create once and forget about. It's something you must revisit, refine, and strengthen every single day. The more vivid and specific your vision, the stronger your desire to achieve it will be. The clearer your vision, the easier it becomes to make decisions and take actions that align with your purpose. Once your vision is clear, you must take focused, intentional action. Action is what turns dreams into reality. But it's not just any action, it's deliberate, purposeful action that moves you toward your goal every single day. Focused action is about doing what matters, prioritizing your efforts, and avoiding distractions. It's about saying no to the things that don't serve your vision and saying yes to the opportunities and activities that bring you closer to your goal. You cannot afford to be scattershot in your efforts. Success doesn't come from random action or hoping that things will work out. It comes from disciplined focus. Every day you must ask yourself, what is the most important thing I can do today that moves me closer to my vision? If you're constantly taking action in alignment with that question, you will make progress no matter how small the steps might seem. It's the compounded effect of these small, consistent actions that lead to extraordinary results. And this is where most people falter. They have the vision, but they lack the focus or the drive to consistently pursue it. It's easy to get distracted, to lose momentum, or to procrastinate. But staying focused means committing to your vision, even when it's hard. It means showing up every day, taking action, even when the results aren't immediate, even when the path seems uncertain. It's the commitment to act, no matter the obstacles, that separates those who succeed from those who give up. A focused vision and consistent action are not just about achieving your goals, they're about becoming the person you need to be to achieve them. The more committed you are to taking focused action, the more you build the discipline, the resilience, and the mindset necessary to succeed. Your vision and your actions are the bridge between who you are today and who you will become tomorrow. Commitment to excellence is not just about doing something well, it's about dedicating yourself to the highest standard of performance, no matter the task at hand. It's the mindset that says, I will give my absolute best regardless of the circumstances, and I will never settle for less than my full potential. Excellence is not about being perfect. It's about striving for continuous improvement and refusing to accept mediocrity. It's a decision to bring your best effort into everything you do, no matter how big or small the task might seem. When you commit to excellence, you are making a promise to yourself that you will show up fully every single day. It's not just about the end result, it's about the process, the effort, and the relentless pursuit of doing things better each time. Excellence is not a destination, it's a journey. It's about pushing past the boundaries of what you thought was possible and setting new standards for yourself. Excellence requires discipline and consistency. It's easy to be great once in a while, but what separates the extraordinary from the ordinary is the ability to bring your best every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about being disciplined in your habits, focused in your actions, and intentional in your efforts. Commitment to excellence means that you are constantly learning, growing, and seeking out ways to improve yourself. You don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect conditions. You create them through your unwavering commitment to doing things well. A commitment to excellence also means holding yourself accountable. When you set high standards for yourself, you're not just measuring your results, you're also measuring your effort, your attitude, and your consistency. It's easy to take shortcuts or to slack off when no one is watching, but the truly excellent individuals don't need external validation or supervision to do their best. They do it because they've made a promise to themselves that they will always give their best no matter the circumstances. Choosing excellence also requires you to rise above the noise. In a world full of distractions and excuses, the person committed to excellence stands out because they're not willing to compromise on their standard. Excellence demands focus. It demands that you tune out the distractions, the doubters, and the shortcuts that might tempt you along the way. When you commit to excellence, you're not just working harder, you're working smarter, more intentionally, and with a deeper sense of purpose. So here's the truth: you are the only one who can determine your future. The power to win, to succeed, to achieve everything you've ever dreamed of lies within you. It's not in the circumstances, it's not in the economy, it's not in your past mistakes, it's in you. You have everything it takes to build the life you want, to overcome every challenge, to rise above every setback. But it starts with a decision. A decision to believe in yourself, to take ownership of your life, to push through adversity, to focus on your vision, and to commit to excellence in everything you do. You don't need permission. You don't need the approval of anyone else. You don't need to wait for the perfect time, because the time is now. You are capable of greatness. You are capable of more than you've ever imagined. But it's up to you to show up and take action. It's up to you to refuse to settle for mediocrity. It's up to you to commit to your own success, to invest in your future, and to trust that every step you take brings you closer to the life you were meant to lead. So ask yourself, what are you willing to do today to move one step closer to your dreams? The road will not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. If you choose to believe, if you choose to take action, if you choose to commit to excellence, there is nothing that can stop you. You are going to win. And it starts right now with the choices you make in this moment. Step into your power, own your future, and never, ever stop striving for greatness.